Hi everyone, how are you? Okay dears, welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic that is related to vector analysis. Now that concept I will explain in detail. So you concentrate on this live video from starting to end to get good knowledge on this topic. This is very important because this is the resolution of a vector in three-dimensional rectangular analysis, in rectangular components. If a vector will be given, so that vector I will take its component, rectangular component in three directions. So that concept geometrically I will explain, and then some numericals I will also solve on this topic. So this is very important. So you concentrate on this live video from starting to end to update your knowledge on this topic, and simultaneously you like this live video and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. Okay students, so some suggestion points I am going to tell you and you follow it positively, properly and safely. Okay, so first of all you have to take one notebook and then one pen, and then you have to sit at your location properly, positively and safely, and you have to write all data which are written on the blackboard by me, and also those data which are spoken by me. Okay, so those information will enhance your future. Okay, so positively you follow it. Okay, now positively I am going to explain. Now this is the class 11 physics and I will explain first of all in English medium, that is personal NCERT pattern, and then I will also translate in Hindi medium, so students who are reading in Hindi medium, those students can also understand this concept in detail. Okay, now this is the vector analysis and its chapter is written in NCERT book, that is 3, but in Arihant book that is written as 4. Okay, so there is no issue because anywhere topic will be available, so I can read properly. Okay, now in this chapter, that is in vector analysis, I have to explain a topic, and that topic is very important, that is the resolution of a vector. If vector will be given, so I will resolve in three dimensions. This is the 3D. 3D stands for three dimensional. 3D stands for three dimensional rectangular components. So that vector I will resolve in three dimensions. That is three dimensional rectangular components. Okay, so firstly you concentrate on this live video to understand its geometrical meaning and also how numerical can be solved on this topic. Okay student, so information of this topic I will explain first of all in Hindi, and then later I will translate also in Hindi, so student who will read in Hindi medium, that is in UP board, so those students can easily understand. Okay, so properly I am going to explain. Now here this is 3D, and 3D cannot be drawn on the blackboard. That is, this is the two dimension, but I will assume, and after assuming I will draw, I will show in 2D. Okay, so you concentrate here. So here I will draw a rectangular shape. Here I have to draw a rectangular shape, and that shape will be like this. So here I have drawn it, because here I have written rectangular, so I will make appropriate rectangle. Okay, so two rectangle I will draw like this, because 3D and both I have drawn here in 2D. So if you will imagine, so you will understand each and every information. Now here I am going to draw a line with this vertex and with this vertex, because I will take these 2 points and I will draw a line. So I will say this, and this is also a vertex, and from this vertex to this vertex I will draw, and after drawing I will say this is the appropriate diagram of 3D. And similarly this vertex to this vertex I will join with a line segment. So here in 3D, this is the 3D figure. If you will imagine, then you will understand its concept in reality. Okay, so here I will draw this line I. So this will be x-axis, and this will be y-axis, and this will be z-axis. So all axes I have written here. Okay. Now if I want to give its name, so this will be origin, and this is A, this is point B, and this is point C, and this will be D. And again I will say this will be A dash, D, E, F, G, like this. I can also explain all information like this. So OG, this will be the x-axis, and OE, that will be the y-axis, and OD, that will be the z-axis. So all axes I will explain in detail. Okay. So here I will say this is the axis. Now I am saying this is the vector. This is the vector P. So I will say this is the vector P, because vector is also written in two form. One will be like I vector, and other will be I will make boldly P. So this boldly P will also represent a vector. Some students, some in some book both are written. So you can also write a vector in this part. You have to put alphabet from A to Z and with arrow, so that will also represent, that letter will also represent a vector. But any alphabet that is written from A to Z, but that those alphabet letters will be in bold. So I will say those are also a vector. Okay, because if I will put a vector arrow, so it will have too much space. So there is no need to write arrow on the alphabet letter. Okay, so I will say this is the vector. So this length will be px, this length will be px, and similarly this vector is y, so I will say this vector will be py. This is the y component, and this will be the pz component. So because this is a vector and p, and I have write the x, I have write the coefficient of the vector I, and also coefficient of the vector j, and then I have to write here coefficient of the vector k. So after writing, I will consider the angle will be alpha when I have to resolve the component. So this angle will be alpha along the x-axis and beta along the y-axis. Here I have to write beta along the y-axis, and also gamma. Here I have to write gamma, that will be the along the z-axis. Okay, these are the angles, and all these angles, along these angles I have to write each component of the given vector. So here I will say I have to consider one vector whose name is P, and that vector can be written in this form, vector P, or I have to write a letter P in bold form. So both will represent the vector. Now here I have written Px, means a vector which is I have along x-axis, and this is the coefficient of that vector. So px is the coefficient of the vector I cat, and py is the coefficient of the vector y j cat, and pz is the coefficient of the vector k cat. So these are the components, and all these components I will write properly for getting also its concept. Okay. Now here I am going to explain. First of all, I have drawn here 3D, that is three-dimensional rectangular diagram. This is the three-dimensional rectangular diagram, and after drawing I have to write all components in 3 directions. So here I will write solution. After writing solution, I will say here let vector p. Here I have written vector p. So vector p can be written as like this. So px vector I can, because here there is space, so properly I have to write here vector p, which is equal to, in this form I have to write px vector I plus pj py vector j, and then I have to write also properly. Okay, all these informations will be clear. Okay, so first of all I have to write vector p, which is equal to the vector I cat, and px is the coefficient of this vector. Similarly I have to write here vector j cat, and py is the coefficient of that vector p, and here I have written vector k cat, and its coefficient is pj, because here this line is here, this vector is along OG, that is along the x-axis, and OE along the y-axis, and OJ, that is along z-axis. So I have written here one vector, that is p, and its coefficient along the x-axis I have written px, and along the y-axis I have written here py, and similarly along the z-axis I have written here pj. Okay, so this is the vector, and I have assumed means I have supposed means I have put. Now here, now we have to take the magnitude of the vector p. So magnitude of the vector p can be written by this way, vector p, and then its magnitude I will take. So here I have to write p surfaces into vector I cap, and vector I cap is the unit vector, and each and every students are knowing it. If any student who is getting any confusion or doubts, so those students need to write comment properly, and for getting its right answer. Okay, if you comment on the topic, so possibly I will read, and then I will explain the solution of your question in detail, so you follow it properly. Now here vector p I have assumed, that is I have let here I have supposed, so that vector p is equal to px vector I cat plus py vector j cat plus pk vector k cat, because this is one component, this is second component, and this is third component. So we have to find the all components along the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. From x-axis along the y-axis, along y-axis, z-axis, and also x-axis. So from x-axis to vector, that angle is prepared here alpha degree, similarly beta degree, and similarly gamma degree. So we have to find cosine, cos alpha value, and cos beta value, and cos gamma value. So first of all we are going to take its magnitude. So its magnitude will be like this: p vector magnitude, which is equal to, in the square root I will write here the vector I cat coefficient square, and then again I will write here p y whole square plus p of pj whole square. It means that here I will say this is the coefficient of vector I cat, this is the coefficient of vector k cat, j cap and this is the coefficient of vector k cap. So all coefficient I have taken and its square I have taken, and then I have taken its summation. After taking summation, I will get a value, and then I will take the square root. That will become the magnitude of the given vector. Okay. Similarly, in other words, we can also say that I will say this is the information number 1, and this information number 1 I have got from the vector. I have got from the vector, and this information I have written in the diagram, that is three-dimensional rectangular diagram, and I have to write all components from the three-dimensional rectangular diagram. So that is the requirement, because here resolution of a vector. So this is the vector, and I have resolved in three directions. One direction is the I vector I, and second is the vector j cap, and third is the vector k cap. So all these three directions I have resolved it, and after resolving it, I will get its vector angle cos theta, cos comma cos beta, cos gamma. So all value I will get, and after getting I will find its the required information. One identity I will get, and that identity I will explain in detail. So here this is the one information. If one vector is given, so we have to get its magnitude. So that magnitude can be obtained by this formula. Okay. If you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also improve, that is update and develop their knowledge on this topic. Okay. Now all the information I am also going to tell in Hindi, that is I am also going to translate it into English, Hindi. So each and every student who are reading in Hindi medium, that is in Hindi medium, those students can also understand very easily. If you will get any doubt or any issue regarding this topic, so you write your information in the comment section and send, and probably possibly I will look, and then I will reply the right answer of your question. Okay students, you follow it properly. Okay. Now यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि एक वेक्टर दिया गया है, उस वेक्टर के थ्री डी मतलब थ्री डायमेंशनल रेक्टेंगुलर कोऑर्डिनेट में जो होता है, इसके कंपोनेंट को रिजॉल्व करना है. रिजॉल्व का मतलब उनके तीनों डायरेक्शन में जो होता है उनके घटक को लिखना है. ओके. कंपोनेंट का मतलब होता है घटक, उनके तीनों घटक को लिखना है. यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि हमने एज्यूम किया, हमने मान लिया है, लेकिन में मानना होता है, लेकिन मान लिया है कि एक वेक्टर पी जो होता है इस पार्ट में लिखा गया है. एक जो पी एस जो होता है वेक्टर आई का कोफिशिएंट गुणांक होता है, इंग्लिश में कोफिशिएंट करते हैं और हिंदी में गुणांक के नाम से जानते हैं. और पी वाई जो होता है वेक्टर जे का गुणांक होता है, और पी जेड में जो होता है वेक्टर के का गुणांक होता है. इसके मैग्नीट्यूड का हिंदी होता है परिमाण, इसका परिमाप इसका परिणाम निकालने के लिए जो होता है, इसके दोनों साइड में मॉडल साइन लिखा है. इसको मॉडल साइन के बारे में हमको आपको फिर से एक्सप्लेन करना है. अगर मॉडल्स के अंदर जो होता है तो कोई भी निगेटिव वैल्यू रखा जाता है, कोई निगेटिव वैल्यू जो होता है मॉडल्स जो काम होता है उसको प्लस बढ़ाकर बाहर करना. ओके. अगर मॉडल्स के अंदर कोई प्लस वैल्यू रखा जाता है तो उसका काम होता है प्लस होता है, फिर भी उसको प्लस बना के देगा. इसी तरीके से इस वैल्यू को यहाँ पर हमने सब्स्टिट्यूट किया है, और इसको कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, जो वेक्टर आई है उसके गुणांक का स्क्वायर करते हैं, और वेक्टर जे है उसके गुणांक के स्क्वायर करते हैं, वेक्टर के लिए गुणांक के स्क्वायर करके ऐड करके उसका स्क्वायर रूट लेते हैं. वो जो वैल्यू आता है वो दिए गए वेक्टर का परिणाम होता है. ओके. इस तरीके से किसी भी वेक्टर का हमको परिणाम निकालना होता है तो लिमिट निकाल लेंगे. ओके. अब इसमें कहा गया है कि जो तीनों डायरेक्शन में जो होता है, एक अल्फा डिग्री का एंगल बनाता है, दूसरा बीटा डिग्री का एंगल बनाता है, और तीसरा गामा डिग्री का एंगल बनाता है. तो इसमें जो थ्री कंपोनेंट है उस थ्री रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट्स हैं, उनको तीनों कंपोनेंट्स को अलग अलग हमको लिखना है. पी एक्स पी वाई और पी जेड के फॉर्मेट। ओके स्टूडेंट, तो हम जानते हैं कि हमेशा जो होता है ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो जो होता है राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल में अप्लाई किया जाता है। राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल में हम ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो अप्लाई करते हैं। हम जानते हैं ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो सब 6 होता है, लेकिन बेसिक ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो जो होता है 3 होता है। एक साइन थीटा, दूसरा कॉस थीटा, तीसरा टैन थीटा होता है। रेस्ट 3 जो होता है इसके रेसिप्रोकल होते हैं। साइन थीटा की जगह पर हम एक कोसेक थीटा लिखते हैं, कॉस थीटा की जगह पे एक बटे सेक थीटा लिखते हैं, और टैन थीटा की जगह पे एक बटे कॉट थीटा लिखते हैं। ओके, तो एक ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल रेशियो जो होता है हम डिफाइन करते हैं, डिफाइन को मतलब परिभाषित करते हैं। तो राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल का मीनिंग यह होता है कि समकोण त्रिभुज में जो होता है इस ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल रेशियो को डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। ओके, उसी कॉन्सेप्ट को यूज करके हम इसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, हम we are understanding that each and every student who are reading in Hindi medium and in English medium, those students are knowing this information in very detail. That is in very detail. Okay, so and say if you are understanding very well, so you like this live video and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic, and also simultaneously subscribe this educational channel more and more. All these information I am also going to explain in Hindi. अगर ये वीडियो जो है आपको अच्छा लगा हो, आप इस वीडियो में जो भी पॉइंट आपको अच्छा लगा हो उस पॉइंट के लिए जो है इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें अपने कलीग्स के साथ, फ्रेंड्स के साथ और विद्यार्थियों के साथ, ताकि उनका भी नॉलेज जो है इस पॉइंट को अपडेट और डेवलप हो सके। और साथ ही साथ इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करें। जो एजुकेशन चैनल में मैं राना सर UP कुशीनगर फॉर इट पॉजिटिवली। ओके, तो ये सारा इंफॉर्मेशन जो हमने एक्सप्लेन किया है कि अगर कोई भी वेक्टर है उस वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड कैसे निकालते हैं, उस वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड किसी तरीके से निकालते हैं, या फार्मूला होता है, ये पॉजिटिवली आपको फॉलो करना। ओके, अब ये कहा गया है कि इस रेक्टेंगुलर के सभी कंपोनेंट में इस वेक्टर के 3 कंपोनेंट होते हैं, वो तीनों कंपोनेंट को हमको एक्सप्लेन करना है डिटेल में। ओके, तो यहाँ पर एक फिगर जो होता है एक 3D होता है, इसमें जो होता है आपके माइंड जो होता है उसको कैप्चर करने में टाइम लेता है, इसलिए हम सेपरेट जो होता है एक पार्ट लेंगे और उस पार्ट उस पार्ट को सेपरेट एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, और उसको एक्सप्लेन करने के बाद से सिमिलरली जो होता है अदर कंपोनेंट को हम लिखेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, सो क्वेश्चन यू फॉलो इट इन डिटेल। ओके, सो दिस इंफॉर्मेशन आई विल से बिकॉज दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज वेरी गुड ऑन द बोथ साइड। On the both side I will make square. Here I will write one statement and that statement will follow what to be on squaring both sides of equation number 1 we get इक्वेशन नंबर 1 के दोनों साइड में हम स्क्वायर करेंगे, स्क्वायर करके हम प्राप्त करेंगे। तो हम स्क्वायर करेंगे तो वेक्टर P का मॉडुलस का होल स्क्वायर विच इक्वल टू, यहाँ पे स्क्वायर करेंगे तो इसको हम लिख सकते हैं P ऑफ x होल स्क्वायर प्लस यहाँ लिखेंगे P ऑफ y होल स्क्वायर, P ऑफ y होल स्क्वायर, and then I will write here and P of z whole square। और दो साइड में अगर हम स्क्वायर करेंगे तो इसकी क्वालिटी होता है स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर में, दैट स्क्वायर रूट आई विल राइट इट properly। ओके, and then we have to put here square, so here is curly bracket, so that curly bracket I will write here question। okay, now these informations I will write here in detail also। so vector P mod whole square which is equal to square, in the square I have written here px whole square plus py whole square plus pz whole square of whole square. Okay, now next information I am going to tell you for understanding the information in detail. Here I have to write and you follow it positively. If in a square root is written x, so that can be written as x to the power 1 by 2. It means that root is written 1 by 2. So you follow it positively because root x is given. So you can write x to the power 1 by 2. It means that root is written 1 by 2. So here I will put root 1 by 2 and here will be 2. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 2, that will be 2 and 2 will be cancelled and that will be 1. So I will simplify. After simplify I will write the required information. Okay, so positively this value I have to save. First of all I am going to erase above data. Okay student, so after erasing above data and then I will write the value information. So after squaring, so here I write vector p mod whole square which is equal to, here I have to write px whole square plus py whole square plus pj whole square, and then I have to write for the square root. For the square root I have to write 1 by 2, and already I have used whole square, so I will multiply with 2. So this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled out. After cancelling I will write px whole square plus py whole square plus pj whole square, and here I can write also vector p mod whole square. Okay, so value data I will erase, and after erasing I have to write both information. Okay, so I know vector p is also written, vector p is also written as bold p. Okay, so in the place of vector p I will write that, because in the place of p I will write p square which is equal to p of suffix s whole square plus p suffix y whole square plus p suffix z whole square. So this is the required information, and this required information I have to post to you. So I will say this is the equation number 2. Okay, so this is the equation number 2. Now I will get the value of cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma also, and after getting the value of cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, and then I will substitute in the equation number 2, and then I will get a identity, and that identity will be in the trigonometric form. So that information I have to also remember, because that concept can be asked in the competitive exam. So positively we have to know that information. Okay, now this is the required information. Now after it I will get the value of cos alpha, cos beta and also cos gamma, and then I will substitute all those values in this, and after simplifying I will get the required concept. Okay, so positively you follow it. So this concept I have to write at one place, so each and every student can understand the information in detail. Okay, so above data I am going to erase, and below data I will save here. So here I have to write p square which is equal to I have to write p suffix x whole square plus p suffix y whole square plus p suffix z whole square. Okay, this is the required concept. So that concept I have to write it. So here I am going, this is the equation number 2, and positively I will follow it. So now here I am going to erase it, and after erasing I will find its complement also. So you have to know the information in detail. Now here I am going to write other informations. Those informations will be as. First of all, here I have to explain. I have to draw a vector P. Here I will draw a vector P, and that vector can be written as PR with vector. Here I am writing with rho. So here I will draw a line, and that line is perpendicular to this line. So now this vector, because vector is available in 3 dimensions, because already before explained with you, if any vector is available, so that has 3 components: px, vector I cap, py, vector j cap, and pz, vector k cap. Here I have already written. Now this is the vector I cap along. I will write the along I cap, the coefficient of vector I will be px. So here I have written px. So properly here I have to write px. So this length will be px. Now this length I have to get. So we have to get this length. So I have to take its magnitude. So that magnitude will be here I have to write p. So magnitude will be vector p. Okay. So now if I will say this is the angle, this is the angle alpha. So I will use cos alpha. Cos alpha is also known as base divided by hypotenuse. So here I will write base divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Here I will write base cos alpha, which is equal to cos alpha, which is equal to base divided by hypotenuse. So here base will be, I am going to say this point is origin, so I will say origin, this is the point N, and this is point M. So base is OM. So here I have to write OM, and now hypotenuse is OM. So here I will write OM. So length of OM is px. So here I have to write px, and then I have to write length OM. OM is the magnitude of the vector p. So here I have to write magnitude of the vector p. Here I have to write, so that p can be written as p suffix x divided by p. So cos alpha, which is equal to px divided by p. In other words, we can say that here cos alpha I can write p of p suffix x divided by p. P is the magnitude of the vector. Okay. So here cos alpha, which is equal to px divided by p, imply that I can write here px p suffix x, which is equal to, here I will write p cos alpha. P cos alpha. P cos alpha. So this is the required concept, and this concept we have to follow, because here I have taken a small portion of this three-dimensional figure, and that figure I have drawn here, and I have taken one point, that is the vertex, whose name is, here I have taken O, and perpendicular I have drawn from the vector P to vector I. So I have written that perpendicular intersection point of the line and vector is M, and from the vertex when I have drawn a line, so that point I have written here M. Okay. So here I will use trigonometric ratio to find the angle between these two vectors. So that here I have to, because I have known the value of this is ON and also OM. So ON is px and OM is p. Okay. So I know cos alpha, which is equal to base divided by hypotenuse. So base is length ON and hypotenuse length OM. So length OM is px and length OM is vector p, magnitude of the vector p. Okay. So magnitude of the vector p can be written as bold like this. Okay. So this value and this value again I have written here, and then I have done here cross multiplication p p into 1 which is equal to p into cos theta, therefore p suffix x which is equal to p cos alpha. Okay, so I have got this information. I will say here this information is 3. This is the equation number 3. Okay, I have written. Similarly, I can get the value of cos beta and also cos gamma, and then I will substitute the value of px, py and pz in the equation number 2. And then I will get a one identity, and that will be the trigonometrical identity, and that identity will be important because in some competitive exam can be in the objective question. So what will be the value of x cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma? The answer will be 1. That concept I will find from the equation number 2. So how we have to find its value? That value I have to know how it is going to derive. So process we will have to know in detail. Okay, so further I am going to translate all the information in Hindi, so students who are reading Hindi medium, those students can also understand this information in detail. Okay, इसमें कहा गया है कि यहाँ पर थ्री डायमेंशनल रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट में हम वेक्टर को रिजॉल्व किया है। एक जो होता है एक्स एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग, दूसरा जो होता है वाई एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग, तीसरा जो होता है जेड एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग। एक्स एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग वेक्टर आई किया है, आई क्या किया, और वाई एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग वेक्टर ए कर दिया, और जेड एक्सिस के एलॉन्ग वेक्टर ए कर दिया। हम इसमें ऑलरेडी पहले एक्सप्लेन हमने जो वेक्टर माना वो वेक्टर पी है, इसके 3 कंपोनेंट है। एक जो होता है पी एक्स, पी वाई और पी जेड होता है, और पी एक्स के अलोंग जो होता है वो उसके पॉजिटिव एक्सिस के डायरेक्शन में अल्फा एंगल बनाया है, उसके बाद से बीटा एंगल और उसके बाद से गामा एंगल बनाया है। तो इसमें कहा गया है कि रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ वेक्टर, एक वेक्टर का रिजोल्यूशन करना है इन 3D में, 3 डायमेंशन ज्योमेट्री में करना है, और रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट में। तो यहाँ पर हमने एक रेक्टेंगल बनाया है। इस रेक्टेंगल में जो है 3 कंपोनेंट को 3 डायमेंशन में एक्सप्लेन किया। एक्सप्लेन करने के बाद से मैंने यहाँ पर एक पोर्शन दिया है जो जहाँ पर एंगल अल्फा बन रहा है। यहाँ पर वेक्टर पी है, और पी वेक्टर के 3 कंपोनेंट होते हैं। एक्स एक्सिस के अलावा पी एक्स है, और इसका मैग्नीट्यूड ये भी है। तो हम जानते हैं ऑलरेडी जो है वेक्टर को यहाँ पे किया है। हम जानते हैं कि कॉस अल्फा जो होता है ऑलरेडी दे सकते हैं, हाइपोटेन्यूज होता है जिसका वैल्यू पी एक्स है, यहाँ पर पी एक्स है, और हाइपोटेन्यूज का वैल्यू पी है। लेकिन पी एक्स को हम ओ एन के नाम से जानते हैं, ओ एन लिखे हैं, और हाइपोटेन्यूज ओ एन लिखे हैं। वो ओ एन का जो वैल्यू है पी एक्स है, वो वेक्टर का कंपोनेंट है एक्स एक्सिस के अलोंग, और मैग्नीट्यूड ओ एम जो होता है वो लेंथ होता है, ओ से एम तक ये लेंथ होता है। इसका हमने मैग्नीट्यूड लिया। मैग्नीट्यूड लेने के लिए जो वेक्टर टी का मैग्नीट्यूड को इस मॉडल साइन के अंदर में लेते हैं। इसमें हम जानते हैं कि वेक्टर को 2 भाग में लिखा जाता है। अगर कोई भी लेटर अल्फ़ाबेट जो होता है ए से जेड तक लेते हैं तो उसमें जो होता है एरो देता है जब राइट वर्ड में लिखते हैं, लेकिन जब उसको बोल्ड करते हैं तो वो वेक्टर को रूप में मानते हैं, वो एक वेक्टर को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। उसके बाद से यहाँ पे कॉस अल्फा पे कॉस अल्फा लिखे आप पी एक्स बटे पी को यहाँ पे लिख लिया। अब यहाँ पर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन का मीनिंग होता है क्रिएट होना चाहिए, 1 का क्रिएट होना चाहिए। पी एक्स में पी एक्स इंटू 1 दैट इज पी एक्स हो गया, और पी इंटू कॉस अल्फा ऑलरेडी पी इंटू कॉस अल्फा रखना है। इसी तरीके से हम कॉस बीटा के लिए एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, इसी तरीके से कॉस गामा के लिए भी एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, उसका भी वैल्यू इसी तरीके से हम सिमिलरली लिख सकते हैं। ओके स्टूडेंट, if you are getting any confusion, so you like this slide. If you are getting any confusion, then you write your comment in the comment section. Positively I will see, and then I will reply the answer of your question positively. Okay, if you are understanding very well, so you like this slide video, and also you share this slide video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that you can also update and develop your knowledge on this topic, and positively you subscribe this educational channel more and more. Okay, because each and every topic of the class 11 physics and class 9 physics I will explain in detail. Class 12 physics already I have prepared and uploaded on my YouTube channel. You go in my video section and you see my playlist, and there all data are organized properly for reading you. That is free online coaching classes because there all informations are available positively because class 12 mathematics are also available solution and numericals, and class 12 physics are also available each and every topics, and class 11 mathematics physics are also available now. Class 9 10 mathematics physics I have also prepared and uploaded. You have to take only you have to take only time, and you have to manage your time and then properly you read. Okay, so you will get a good advantage from there because this is only free online coaching classes, and you take its advantage in your detail, in your life immediately. Okay, so here this concept I am also going to explain in detail. Okay, so further information I will also explain. So above that I am going to erase, and after erasing similarly I will write one is information I will write here similarly, and then I will write dy which is equal to p cos beta and pj which is equal to p cos gamma. Similarly I will write because for cos of beta cos gamma same concept will be there, so we have to follow two information in detail. Okay, so firstly I am going to create it, and after creating similarly I will write give information in detail. Okay, so firstly you have to so similarly I can write here similarly p suffix y which is equal to p cos beta. This will be the equation number 4, and pj which is equal to p cos gamma, and this will be the equation number 5. Okay, this is the equation number 5 I have to written there. Okay, now value information I have also written. Okay, now I will write one statement. That statement will be such as putting the value of px, py, pj in equation number 2, and then we get one identity, and that identity will be important and we have to remember. Okay, so here one information I will write putting the value of px, py and pj for getting its value, for getting identity. Okay, so I will put in the equation number 2 the value of px, py, pj. Okay, so in the place of similarly I will it, and then I will write in the place of p, so I will write here p square, and in the place of p, px, so px is p cos alpha whole square. Here whole square, here whole square is given, and then I will write the value of py. Py is equal to p cos beta, p cos beta whole square is given, so I will put here whole square, and then I will write the value of pj. I will write the value of pj. That value will be like this. Okay, so here I will write the value of pj. That will be pj. The value of pj is p cos gamma. So here I write p cos gamma, and then I will put here square. Here I will put square. Okay, further I will simplify it. After simplifying I will get this value. This is the vertex. I have to write there properly. Okay, so this power, because it is x to the power x, y to the power m is available, so I have to put x to the power m into y to the power m, because this concept I have to use here, because these two power will come on p and also on cos alpha. and this will come on P, and this will come on cos beta square, and this will be on P, and this will be on cos gamma. So this formula I have to use here for simplifying it. Okay, so further I am going to read it. So here will be cos P square, which is equal to P square cos square alpha, plus here I write P square cos square beta, cos square beta, and then I have to cos square beta, and then I write here P square cos square gamma. Okay, because I have written one identity formula, that is xy to the power here, that will be as x to the power here into y to the power here. So that concept I have written here. That concept I have written here, because power is equal to 2, so this 2 will come on this and this 2 will come on cos square. So I have written this. So you concentrate here. P square and P square is available in each term. So I will take P square common. So further I write here P square, and here I am taking P square common, and then here I will write cos square alpha, plus here I will see cos square beta, and then I will write here cos square gamma. So here I will write cos square gamma. So this is the value. So P square is equal to P square, and in the bracket I have written cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Now P square is available in both sides, so I will divide with P on both sides, and then I will write one statement. So these informations I am going to also translate in Hindi, so student who are reading in Hindi medium, those student can also understand these information in detail. Okay, यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि जब हम इस सेपरेट डायग्राम से जो था cos पी एक्स का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किए थे, cos अल्फा, पी वाई का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किए थे, पी cos बीटा, उसी तरीके से पी जेड का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किए थे कि पी cos गामा. अब पी एक्स पी वाई पी जेड के वैल्यू को जो था इक्वेशन नंबर 2 में हमने सब्स्टिट्यूट किया. सब्स्टिट्यूट करने के बाद इसमें देख रहे हैं राइट हैंड साइड में 3 टर्म है. एक टर्म यह है, दूसरा टर्म यह है, तीसरा टर्म यह है. 3 टर्म से 3 स्क्वायर होता है, हमको कॉमन मिल जाएगा. कॉमन मिलने के बाद हम नेक्स्ट स्टेप में होता है स्क्वायर से दोनों तरफ डिवाइड करेंगे, तो हमें एक ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल फेस आइडेंटिटी मिलेगा. उस ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल आइडेंटिटी के वैल्यू को हमें रिमेंबर करना होगा. ओके, सो दैट इज द इंफॉर्मेशन in competitive exam, that is in multiple choice question, that is in MC question can be asked what is the value of cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, what will be its value. There will be 4 options, only one 4 option will be correct, and you have to imagine, and then you have to write its appropriate answer. Okay, now further I am going to find its value. So I will erase above data, and after erasing above data I will write one statement. That statement will be according to this: on dividing both sides of equation. So I will say this will be the equation number 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the equation number 6. Okay, so here I have written equation number 6. We get 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. On dividing both sides with the by, I will write by b square of equation number 6. This is the equation number 6, and then we get. So this is the statement, and this statement possibly I have to follow, and then I have to write. So here I have to indicate p square divided by p square, which is equal to p square divided by p square. In the bracket I have to write here cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. So I have written there. Okay. So possibly I will edit it. Now this p square and this p square will cut. So here will be 1 divided by 1, which is equal to, here I write cos square alpha plus cos square beta, and then I have to write cos square gamma. So I have written, okay, one by one, that will be 1. So in other words, I can write here cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, which is equal to 1. So this is the required information, and you have to write it in detail. Okay. Now further, I am going to explain another information. Cos alpha, which is equal to m, cos beta, which is equal to m, and cos gamma, which is equal to m. Because cos alpha, that is the angle, and that angle is represented with m, and cos beta is also angle, and that is represented with m, and cos gamma is also angle, that is represented with m. So that information I have to also follow. Okay. So above data I am going to erase, and after erasing, below data I will describe in detail. So here I am going to write 1 divided by 1, that will be 1. So right hand side data I will put in the left hand side, all value of the right hand side value I will put in the left hand side value, and left hand side value, so I will put in the right hand side. So there will be no any change. So here I will say this is the right hand side data, and this is the left hand side data. So I will transfer all right hand side data in the left hand side, and all data I will transfer from the left hand side in the right hand side. So there will be no change in my solution. Okay. So we have to follow it. So here I will write cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, which is equal to 1. So this is the trigonometrical identity, and this trigonometrical identity we have to remember it clearly. Okay. Now then that I am going to erase. Now in the place of cos alpha, already written with m, and cos beta, that is also written with m, and cos gamma, that is also written with m. So these value I will substitute in the equation number 7. After putting in equation number 7, so I will take n square plus m square plus n square, which is equal to 1. So we have to follow it also positively. Okay. So properly I am going to write here n square plus m square plus n square, that will be 1, and that is obtained from above formula. Okay. We have to remember it positively. Okay. So sometimes this identity can be asked in MCQ question, and that question can be in the competitive exam. So we have to remember it clearly. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, which is equal to 1, are in the place of n square plus m square plus n square, which is equal to 1. Because n is also known as cos alpha, and m is also known as cos beta, and n is also known as cos gamma. So this is the required concept. I have already explained in detail. That is the resolution of the vector in 3-dimensional rectangular component. So 3-dimensional rectangular component I have already calculated, and I have already found its identity, that is trigonometrical identity, and also in the form of real n. So this is the required concept of this topic. Name is the resolution of a vector in 3-dimensional rectangular component. Okay students, if you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and then share this video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. If you have any confusion or any doubt, so you write your doubt in the comment section. Positively, I will see your comment and then I will reply the answer of your question in detail. Okay, students, so thank you for watching this live video. Only additional information I am also going to tell you for the same time interval, that is 30 minutes past 7 p.m. to 30 minutes past 8 p.m. Always I will follow this time interval. Within this time interval, I will explain each and every concept of the class 11 physics and also class 9 physics. So after some time, I will also explain the remaining portion of the class 12 mathematics. Okay, already chapter number 13 from chapter number 1 to chapter number 13 I have already prepared and uploaded. So you go there and properly read. Okay. If you have any queries, so you ask positively in the comment section, and then I will write this answer in detail. Okay. Thank you for watching. Now I am going to disconnect communication, and next day I will follow the same time, and you also positively, safely, and properly connect with me. And also you write all information and in your notebook for remembering next. That will help for your examination. Okay, so this is the required question, and this is the required information, and you have to follow it positively. Okay, thank you for watching. Jai Hind, RANA SIR.